Hey guys, Gary here. I've got some power chord variations. We've done a lesson already about playing power chords on your low E string and your A string. To recap, a power chord is the root note and the fifth of the major scale. So if we're here on a G note, we've got G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. But we're gonna focus on the root note, which is the first note, and we're going to focus on the fifth note, which is D. And that shape is fairly consistent over the entire fretboard. It changes when we get to the G and B string, and we have to basically alter by one fret in order to get from root note to fifth. We're going to play two strings at the same time. So as we practiced before on the low E string, we're going to start on third fret G here, and your fifth is D, and you basically just want to hit those two strings, none of the other ones. And so any power chord can be played on those two string combinations with those two notes. So if you go up the low E string, you'd have, let's say we're on first fret, that's an F, and then the shape stays consistent. That's what we love about the guitar, is these shapes. It's very shape oriented. Power chord there. So what if we were to combine a power chord, or what if we were to combine the root and the fifth but not use the low E string and the A string? Let's move down a string. Stays the same, right? So low E power chord, same shape. A string and D string, still a power chord, same shape. D string and G string, still a power chord, same shape. This is where it gets hairy. What you want to do when you do the G and the B string, you have to, let's say we're third fret, which is a B flat note, third fret on the G string, and then your fifth is not going to be in the fifth fret of the same shape. It's actually going to move up a fret, so you got to do a little stretching. So you've got power chord shape, root and fifth, power chord shape, root and fifth, power chord shape. Then when we get to G and B string, we have to change that. And then when we go to the B and the E string, it goes back to the original shape from all the other strings. So, learning the names of these chords will be helpful. The name always comes from the root note. So you would be, third fret here would be G, C, F, B flat, and D. So another cool concept is we can extend that power chord to get a fuller sound if we add a third string. What we're going to be adding is the octave. So instead of having two notes, the root and the fifth, we're going to do the root, the fifth, and then the root, the higher octave root. So we would have G and D like we originally did in the third fret, but then we're going to add fifth fret G. You play first finger, third finger, and fourth finger. Same thing for the A and the D and the G string. We get three notes out of that, makes it a little fuller sound. Then as soon as we start incorporating that B string, we have to, remember, we have to shift up a fret. So if we go to D string, we have F here, third fret, we have a C, and that's that shape. But because we're incorporating the B string, we're gonna have to stretch up by one. So there's your three note power chord with that one, okay? Then when we go here, we go to G, B, and E string, same stretch, but you're gonna have two notes up this way. So, three note power chord. See, nasty. Gotta do that shift. Just make sure you listen closely. And then the final concept I want to talk about is actually adding the fifth as the lower note. So if we have, we don't have any strings past here, so it doesn't work there. We got to start on the A string, right? And if we have There's our 3-note power chord, but the octave of the 5th, this G, is gonna be here, so you can beef up that power chord by adding a 5th down below. Listen how meaty that sounds. So if we go to the next one, now we're having to do the stretch, so we've got 3rd fret, 5th, and 6th. And it's all just root and 5th, but now we've doubled the root and we've doubled the 5th. If we go again, we're gonna move it down. We've got a B flat power chord. Then your 5th is gonna be that stretch in the 6th fret. Okay, then we're gonna add the octave of B flat. And then we're gonna beef it up a little bit by adding the 5th F down below it on that other string, on the D string. And that's about as far as we can go, because then we just run out of strings after that. So hope this is helpful. Makes your power chords a little more interesting and gives you some variation rather than just playing that same shape the whole time, and it'll give you different sound options. So enjoy that and mess around with it. Have fun with experimenting and write some music with it. I'd love to hear what you come up with. Later.